Hi, pre-K friends. Since we talked about the Arctic Ocean in our Where in the World Wednesday video, I wanted to read you a little book about a little seal. And where do you think he lives? Can you guess? Maybe in the Arctic. Let's find out about Faithful Little Seal. All right, story time. Little seal and little walrus are best friends. They live way up north where it is very cold and snowy. Little seal and little walrus love to play together in the icy waters and bask in the sun on the frozen ice fields. Let's always be friends, said little seal to little walrus one day. Okay, little walrus replied. I promise I will be your faithful friend and will always help you if you need me. And I promise the same for you, said little seal. One day, little walrus asked her mother if she and little seal could go exploring. As long as you stay together, dear, said little walrus's mother. There are polar bears prowling around, so you need to watch out for one another. Little seal was excited about the idea of exploring together. But I can't go right now, she said. I have a fishing lesson. How about if we meet right here in an hour? Little walrus agreed and lay down to wait for her friend. While she was waiting, little walrus dozed off. When she opened her eyes, the world looked different. Oh no, said little walrus. The ice I was lying on must have broken off and drifted away. Where am I? Sure enough, her little iceberg had drifted across the water. It was too foggy to see where she was and how far she'd gone. Little walrus began to cry. What if a polar bear came along? Would she ever see her mother again? She cried even harder, but then she remembered. Little seal had promised to meet her. Little seal would realize what had happened and get help. Little walrus began to feel a little bit better. Meanwhile, little seal had finished her fishing lesson and hurried to the spot where she was to meet little walrus. She was surprised that little walrus wasn't there. For a moment, her feelings were hurt. Could she have gone exploring without me? Wondered little seal. And then she thought, little walrus is my friend. She promised to meet me here. She would not break her promise on purpose. Something must have happened to her. After little seal searched carefully for clues, she saw that the ice had recently broken off. Little walrus must have drifted away on an iceberg, little seal exclaimed. I have to find her mother. Little seal found walrus's mother quickly and told her what had happened. You've done a very good thing coming to me for help, little seal, said little walrus's mother. Her uncle and I will go search for her. You must stay here and wait. Little walrus's mother and uncle dove into the icy water and swam expertly in the direction that the wind was blowing. It wasn't long before they spotted little walrus through the fog. Are you all right, darling? Called Mrs. Walrus breathlessly. Yes, Mama, she replied, but I was a little scared. The three walruses swam back to shore safe and sound. After a huge meal of fish and a short rest, little walrus felt as good as new. I knew little seal wouldn't forget me, she said. You and little seal are good, faithful friends, said little walrus's mother. You kept your promises to each other. You should both be very proud. And they were. The end. That was a great book about, one, how to be a good friend, and two, a few more animals in the Arctic that we just talked about. I hope you enjoyed that book as much as I did, and I will read you another one soon. Talk to you later, friends.